All right, today is going to be a fun one and interesting for me because I have been looking forward to doing this particular topic for quite some time. And with the holidays rolling around, I finally got my hands on a dried date sample platter. So here we go. The bulk department at the farmer's market didn't have the labels for the names, so I asked them which was which, and we think we got them identified. So if anyone is off, then we messed up, but we think we got them. So I may butcher some of these names. First we got choice Medjool dates. We got Khadrawi, may have said that wrong. Barhi dates, and Halawi, and then chopped dates. So, Medjool dates are probably the one that most people are familiar with, if you're familiar with any of the names at all. The next thing is, what the heck does choice mean? And I am glad you asked, because I had no idea either. So choice and also fancy refer to grades of quality of pitted dates, pitted or whole dates. And this is a USDA standard, so you can pause the video if you want to read all of this stuff. But it is the answer that I had no idea about. I've seen the terms choice and fancy alongside dates for quite some time and just never thought to wonder what it meant. But this is what it means. They are grades of dates. And with that, let's try some of them. So if you live under a rock, dates grow on palm trees. There are over 1,500 varieties of date palms, some of which can be very expensive, and I have seen sample platters that have 12, 15, 20, and they get to be over $100. So this is my entry point into the world of dried dates, and maybe at some point I'll try fresh, undried dates because I've heard good things about them as well. But let's get started here. It smells really good. So this is the choice Medjool date. We'll start here. I guess this is one that is pretty well known for some people. Most people, I should say. I do have a pit in here. Wow, that's really good. Okay, so I'm gonna really enjoy this video. You can see the seed there. Rather the pit. That is quite good. Wow. Don't mind me while I just stuff myself with dates. I'm gonna have another one. When I've had things that have dates in them, this is kind of the flavor that I know. It's probably from the Medjool dates. Very good. My hands are going to be all sticky. So, now we've got our baseline with the choice Medjool. Let's go for, I have to look on the underside because that's where we put the labels. Let's go for the Khadrawi date next. There we go. They're smaller and different, much smaller, at least these ones are, and different color. So let's see how the flavor is different. Wow. So there's a super obvious difference. This one kind of tastes like caramel. And it's like an obvious analog. Like the texture and the taste kind of remind me of caramel. Wow. That's great. Let me go for another one of those. Gotta work the pit out. Yeah. That's really interesting. I like that. Okay, which one should we do next? Let's do the Barhi date next. So I'll compare it to the Medjule again. Size and color, totally different. This one almost looks like an olive. This one has a very small pit. Super small. Okay. So the taste. Okay, let me try again. It's still sort of caramelly. That's like a softer or more subtle flavor. It's still really good. I just did a little bit of reading on the Barhi dates, and they are valued for their creamy and smooth consistency, and of course the caramelly flavor. Apparently these ones are rare delicacy, and are mainly appreciated fresh in their semi-ripe and mature stages. But that said, these are fine dried. They're good. Gotta be careful about the pits in these ones because they're so small. It's very smooth. Okay. Wow, yeah. The more you have, the more like the caramelly nature of it just kind of sticks with you. like that sweetness and that consistency. Let me have another Medjool just to balance us out here. So I think the next time I do a date video, I'm gonna hopefully get one of those really big sample boxes so we can talk about like 12 or 15 different varieties. Hopefully I can get one without spending an arm and a leg. Okay. I think we have one more variety here. It is the Halawi. And they are long, but not quite as big. Sorry. Not quite as big as the Medjool. So the Medjool's on the bottom here, and this is the Halawi. So let's see what my novice date sampling skills think of this. Okay. So the other two were very caramelly. This one is more closely similar to the Medjool with its qualities. Its consistency. So the reading says that these ones are a good date option for people with sugar sensitivity because they're going to be less sweet than I suppose the Medjool dates might be. I'm kind of picking up on that because it is like a Medjool, just kind of toned down. That's interesting. Okay, here. All the other pits. Well, a lot of the pits I had like a lot of sticky goop on them. This one came out pretty clean, so you can kind of see the structure of it. Just kidding, it's me from the future. I have one more variety of dates I was able to find. This is called Zahidi dates. So the Zahidi date is supposed to be less sweet as well when compared to the Medjool. So let's see how this is. It's, I guess, supposed to be nutty and buttery as well, so. Oh dear. This one has a very thick it's very thick. Yeah, chewy and dry in texture is what this says. That's definitely what I'm picking up here. me try another one. Oh my goodness. Very chewy. It's like a date leather or something. Yeah, the flavor is very light. So they're good, but they're not my favorite for sure. Because you gotta work on these ones. Whereas all of the other ones, they're easier to chew and get into. Not my favorite, but still good. So yeah, that was one more. That's the Zahidi date. So I feel like this is a good intro to a few other date varieties that are out there. I had no idea that they had the like caramel quality. So I've been living in the dark. I am looking forward to doing another date video with more varieties, and maybe I can get my hands on some fresh dates at some point. But yeah, I hope you guys thought that was interesting. If you go to like a farmer's market or something, there's a good chance that they're going to have different date varieties. So if you haven't had anything except for standard dates in like say baked products, or maybe you've had dried dates, then you should try them because these are delicious and it's super interesting, the subtle like notes that they've got going on in them. So I'm gonna stuff my face with more dates, and we'll see you guys next time.